Well, hi everyone, welcome to this edition of Mayor's Minute. Now this is part 2 of the series that we started, taking you through some of the wonderful collection that we have here at Museum Windsor. And I'm joined today with Madelyn DellaValle, who is our curator for Museum Windsor. And this is a really special year because we're actually standing in the basement of the Francois Baby House, but it is the 60th anniversary, not of this building, but 60th anniversary of Museum Windsor and sort of the evolution from the Hiram Walker Historical Museum. Can you tell us a little bit more about the building?
Sure. So in the 1940s, nobody had any idea what this building was. And it took a man named George MacDonald to figure out it was actually the house that belonged to Francois Baby that was involved in the War of 1812. So this house was actually built in 1812. And when George MacDonald figured all this out, he started a campaign to get it turned into a museum. It took a long time to do that, but by 1958, he had all the support together, and the Hiram Walker Company gave us a large donation to refinish the house and refurbish it, and that's why it was called the Hiram Walker Historical Museum when it opened in 1958.
The plaque is still there. The Hiram Walker plaque is still on the door outside of the building, recognizing the contributions that company made. And of course, Hiram Walker himself, someone I think is very special to Walkerville, of course, the city of Windsor, for all of the history and the work that he did in our community. Now that we're celebrating our 60th anniversary here at Museum Windsor, and of course in this beautiful place, we opened a time capsule here back in May of this year.
I started working here in 1992, and I had no idea we had a time capsule until we kind of ran across it when we were going through storage. Because it wasn't buried in the ground, it was just in a box. In fact, this is it here. Yes, for such an anonymous little box, it did contain a lot of interesting history. And some of the stuff we didn't even realize. When we opened the box, we had a lot of letters from school children, which are on display. I actually had a member of the public flipping through the letters about 2 weeks after the time capsule was open, and he found a letter from Ed Jovanowski. And for those of you who know hockey, this is an NHL player. And 30 years ago, he was in grade 6 at Forest Glade Public School, and he wanted to be a broadcaster. That was what was in his letter. So we have a bit of history of each decade of the house and what happened here, but we also have a display case that shows the contents of the time capsule. And some of the fun things are the 1987 Sears catalog, which shows lovely fashion. I remember I lived through the 80s, and I look back,
lots of polyester.
Really, truly ugly fashion statements. So that's fun. And we have tapes and videotapes. We actually had a transcript of the morning show, the CBC morning show, and Barbara Peacock was funny because she's like, I really hope there are self-driving cars in the future because then I could take a nap on the way to work.
Yeah.
So the other video that you will be able to watch later on is from the Windsor, it's like the business corporation that put on, pardon me?
Development.
Thank you, Windsor Development Corp, that put on a video to try to attract business to Windsor.
There is a place, a very special place, where industry enjoys all the advantages of diverse advanced technologies. Where would you find such a place? Windsor, Essex, the Canadian business location at the heart of America. Long recognized as the automotive capital of Canada and as a major food production area, Windsor, Essex has developed into one of Canada's most technologically advanced and diversified industrial locations. Business school graduates help meet all the administrative and management needs of local companies. Our people are well qualified, productive, and eager for new opportunities.
We have a lot of stuff sort of hidden in this building. It's not a secret, but we keep a lot of the museum collection here when it's not on display. There are racks in the basement.
We have a giant storeroom of about 2,500 square feet of artifacts that are waiting to come on display. We change them out every so often, sometimes referred to as the bunker, because it's in the deep basement.
Right.
And I think you're going to have a peek at it at some point in the future.
So thank you for watching this edition of Mayor's Minute. Madelyn, thank you for your time. If there's something you'd like to see in the city of Windsor or someone you'd like to meet, drop us a line at the email address on the screen.